It's beginning to look a lot like WrestleMania. Not quite, but at Ringside Collectibles, we have Mattel WWE WrestleMania 38 Elites in ahead of season, ahead of schedule, and in stock so you can get them now. Let's crack them open and check them out. Let's open the best one first. Some nice WrestleMania packaging, as you can see. The star, symbols everywhere. You know what event this comes from. And we have Stone Cold Steve Austin. I love Stone Cold. Still, at the very least, one of the all-time greats, if not the all-time greatest. And here he is. Check out that Vince McMahon head. This set's Build-A-Figure. A couple of open beer drinker hands. And here's a couple of pointer hands. And we know what you're trying to say with these, but if you can't really do a middle finger hand, is there even a point? Let's put this resourcing towards maybe something else or a different hand mold, who knows? And here's Stone Cold. It's that great head sculpt from the Ultimate Edition Stone Cold. If you look at it sideways, it fits really good on this neck, which my favorite Stone Cold head sculpt comes from the Royal Rumble series, and that one doesn't really fit on necks really well, but this one does. It looks great, looks really sharp, and obviously a spot-on head sculpt here. And the OMR SCSA vest here, but missing some text on the back. Jax was able to do this back in the day, but now the phrase bulletproof might not be able to appear on action figures, it looks like. Whatever, no big deal, but it's definitely missed, I have to say that. Either way, this is a great Stone Cold Steve Austin action figure. We have the black trunks, black wrist tape, knee braces, knee pads, Texas tattoo, and short laced boots. Stone Cold Mother Effin' Steve Austin. Great, a classic. If you don't have a Stone Cold yet, this is one you should be looking at. Next up, the phenomenal AJ Styles from his Undertaker retirement match at WrestleMania. Looks great. If you missed out on the Elite Undertaker, which is basically his retirement match figure, hope you're able to hunt it down. That one was on Ringside Collectibles for a while, so good luck, but it always works out when you shop with us, right? Have a quick look at that bow-tied Vinnie Mac body right here. And of course the open phenomenal hands, looking great, great detail on these. And some nice 3-finger hands. These fit well into the interchangeable hand collection. Don't forget that shovel accessory. Scooping out dirt, and can also use it to get a slice of pie if you like. And here's AJ himself. Now this is one of the best head sculpts I think that's been done for this dude. It's not a traditional wrestling ring attire here. It is based on that WrestleMania match, the retirement match with The Undertaker. So it's a little bit different, but it's pretty badass. There's the P1 elbow pad because he's still, you know, fight ready, even though he's not quite ring ready. And you have some blue jeans here and some black boots. Also those red gloves with an open hand so you can carry that shovel. And some OC wrist tape. And a removable OC shirt. Classic. This is a great AJ Styles if you're into that kind of street gear badass look. So I'd say go for it if you're looking for a new AJ. Lord knows we've had a lot of them, but this is a really good one. And even if you want to take an older look and get this kind of newer head on there and have this waiting in the wings for any sort of figure play you're looking to do, it's a great AJ to pick up. The excellence of execution. Bret, the Hitman Hart. And now, wide open. So if you remember, this was a Toys R Us exclusive back in the day. A very similar figure with a little bit of outdated tech, but this figure has the updated face technology here, and it's a good chance to get a street clothes Bret Hart. More of a modern look, even though that WrestleMania now is like 10 years ago at this point, if not longer. Still good to see a modern Bret Hart if you need some kind of GM or something like that in your figure bed. Here's the bottom half of Mr. Vince McMahon with a butt ready to kick. Of course this comes with Bret Hart. And 2 open hand accessories so you can hold whatever you're gonna beat up that Vince McMahon with. Here's the Bret himself. Have a look at that updated face tech. It looks pretty sharp. It looks definitely like Bret Hart from that WrestleMania 26 match where he got to really stick it to Vince, and so did the rest of the Hart family. But it's also got some black and white elbow pads, that removable Hitman Hart shirt, pink and black wrist tape right here, as you can see, for the pink and black attack, of course. And some jorts, which is what we expected Bret to wear in kind of his modern appearances. After his wrestling career is over, we see him generally wearing this type of stuff around. And even when he beat The Miz in that match that time, I'm pretty sure this was similar to what he was wearing. So correct me if I'm wrong, but I think this is a good modern era Bret Hart for you, if that's what you're looking for. Again, there's another look at that face with the updated facial tech in there, and it looks pretty sharp, looking good. And finally, last but not least, a WrestleMania 26 Shawn Michaels from his second WrestleMania match with The Undertaker, what was technically his retirement match until Saudi Arabia ponied up the money. I don't have much to say about that, but still great to get a look at here. I was at this match and the WrestleMania 25 match. My preference live was the WrestleMania 25 match, but watching them back, WrestleMania 26 definitely kind of takes the technical cake here. So great to see this Shawn Michaels finally made. Here's the old school style WWE microphone for your Vince Build-A-Figure. Of course, some Vinnie Mac arms to complete the figure. A couple of open hands right here, looking good. And some crotch chop hands, because you know he's got 2 words for you. Now for a look at Shawn himself. We have that old school head sculpt, takes it back to the beginning of the line. Still looks like HBK. This was one of the better head sculpts that Mattel did back in the day. But here it is again, to remind you of what things were like right around the time that this match actually happened. Pretty cool. And we have this removable vest here. I'm gonna leave it on because that's how I'm gonna display it, but as you can see, it does come off, and it has a nice little rubber band here to keep it in place in case you're keeping this one in the package. He's also got some crotch chop hands on his actual figure, so he has 2 sets of crotch chop hands, which is just great. And his tattoo is there. It's a little bit faded looking, just like it was when he had this WrestleMania match. So lots of great spot on detail here. Look at that. It reminds me of being in Phoenix just looking at this. Just so cool. What a throwback, man. This now classic WrestleMania match is here once again, and if you have one of the old school Elite Undertakers from around the same time, you can set up that match yourself and redo it. Maybe it would end differently this time. If HBK wins and he's the one that ends the streak, who knows what happens then? Chaos. Humanity completely changes. Who would have thought? And just to wrap it up here for you, here's the Build-A-Figure from this WrestleMania 38 Elite set built. It is WrestleMania style Vince McMahon. I'm okay with this look. This isn't really a Vince McMahon I'm a fan of. This is more for the old school collectors out there. I'm hoping one day we get more of a direct redo of the Attitude Era Vince. I mean, come on, maybe Vince from WrestleMania 2000, from any of the WrestleManias in the Attitude Era. It's been a while. We've seen a few of those, but they're always either store exclusives or mail-aways, what have you. So this version of Vince has been in the main line, the old school WWF Vince. So it's nice that we get the WrestleMania suited style, but I would really love an open shirt, unbuttoned button down Attitude Era Vince McMahon to go with this. So in the meantime, this will do. It's not that bad. It is a bow-tied suited figure, so if you're looking to make another version of Bob Backlund, here's your chance. But otherwise, not bad. Free figure, I'm not gonna complain. And there you have it, here's the whole set. The Mattel WWE WrestleMania 38 Elites. Shawn Michaels, AJ Styles, Stone Cold Steve Austin, Bret the Hitman Hart, and the old school WWF WrestleMania style Vince McMahon. Great selection for this round of Mattel WWE WrestleMania Elites. Grab these and more at Ringside Collectibles, WrestlingFigures.com, your #1 source for all things wrestling action figures. Rings, accessories, the figures themselves, all different companies and all different events, including things like WrestleMania. There's sets like this on a regular basis, so make sure you check us out at WrestlingFigures.com and get your hands on them, because when they're gone, they're gone. And in the meantime, when you get them, you can make it all about wrestling figures.